It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Just a Bit Outside radio show live on the air, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. As always, share that link, share that love. And as always, you got Mark. And on the other end of that line, she is the coworker that brings fish and does not wash the Tupperware. You got Keisha.
Happy Friday, outsiders, and if anybody out there that knows me knows that that is not true, because stuff like that makes the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. I'm trying to tell you, man.
That was a little callback to your post.
Yeah.
And what I find great about that was, like, 2 years later, like, you had just been like, hey, you know, pointing out how funny it was, and people started replying again like it was a brand new question.
Right. I was gonna say some people commented twice.
Yeah.
On the original, and you know, it is as you know, one of the good things about Facebook memories, it can bring back some good memories and some chuckles, makes you rethink about things you haven't thought about in a while, and that post, man, that thread was something funny. I'm telling you, it was hilarious.
Yeah,
hilarious. But yeah, here we are on Friday night. There's a lot going on in the sports realm. Man, they got the NBA in-season tournament. For some fucking reason, Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul, and and you know the hockey's going. I mean, it's an exciting weekend. But college basketball is in full swing. We're coming down to the wire in college football, so we're gonna have to give some time to that within the next couple of weeks. Don't you think? College football.
Yeah, and especially first year with the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm really interested, and I really like the new setup.
Yeah.
That they got going, and yeah, man. I mean, it's just a lot going, so we might as well just get into it. First things first, what's going on around town? I kind of had a busy week. Tuesday, I volunteered for an organization, 53 Families, a 53 Families dinner, which is partnered up with Baltimore Salvation Army and former Ravens player Jameel McClain. A lot of us flock members know about his defensive prowess with the Ravens. You know, after he played with the Ravens, he chose to stay in Baltimore, and him and his wife, beautiful wife Keisha McClain, you know, they have this organization. So it's the 53 Families, and basically what it is this setup at the Baltimore Convention Center where they just feed everyone a nice Thanksgiving dinner, man.
Nice.
And it was basically like a come one, come all kind of situation. The convention center is just like any other convention center. It's freaking huge.
Yeah.
And, you know, they had all of these tables set up. They had a DJ. They had a moon bounce. There were several Ravens in attendance. Roquan Smith. Matabuke was out there, and a couple other ones. And we also had an appearance by Maryland's governor, Wes Moore.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Yeah. So a big shout out to Jana, who you know, she's well connected in the real superstar of the JABO trio, for putting me D with this amazing event, and I had a great time. My job was to, I guess you call it hostess or whatever, but I sat down the different parties that came through the door. So You know how much I love people, and I love to talk and laugh. So that fit me just perfectly.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I definitely got my workout in. I think I put in over 7,500 steps that night within like 3 hours. So that was it was good all the way around, man.
Yeah,
good all the way
yeah.
around.
I think it was Jana that made a post on Facebook, and just the pictures of it, man. To know the history of it, like she
Yeah.
even posted a little bit of history. Like the first time they did it, 53 families were fed, and
Yes.
now it's just
Yes.
so many hundreds of people, if not thousands. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely in the thousands. Definitely in the thousands. And honestly, like I was telling people like the best part of the whole night was after everybody ate. I mean, the DJ didn't stop the entire time. I mean, he was jamming the whole night. But after everybody ate, there was like a dance contest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, man. And and if you can imagine, people came, they showed up, and they showed out. So it was a lot of fun just to be able to help out some people and to see people enjoy themselves and camaraderie amongst Baltimore residents and a little bit beyond. It was really nice, man. Real feel good evening for me.
Very cool.
Hell yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. The Broadway musical MJ is in town. It's playing at the Hippodrome. It's been a big hit. The Broadway cast has received a lot of critical acclaim, awards. Star of the show, the guy who portrays Michael Jackson, Miles Frost, has won like Tony Awards and all other kind of awards and whatnot. So it's a great musical, and I was just so lucky. I'm kind of telling on myself. This is why we had to reschedule the show. I was so lucky to have 2 tickets to the show fall in my lap, and I could not pass that up. You know how much I love a good show. You know how much I love a musical. And so I went to the Hippodrome last night, watched the musical, MJ musical. Man, it was great. I mean, it was fantastic. Singing, dancing. The King of Pop he's the King of Pop. He's an icon. He's a legend. And I was just amazed at how these actors, got all of his dances down. I mean, everything. And there aren't many people out there that can master Michael Jackson dance moves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in our lifetime, and I guess like currently, the only 2 people that I can really think of is Usher Raymond and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
They are wonderful dancers, masters of their art, and you can tell a lot with their dancing that there is a Michael Jackson foundation, with their art and with their expression and whatnot. But these guys that I watched last night, I mean, they were absolutely fantastic, Mark. The show is here. I think the last day is actually Sunday. So if you're looking for something to do and you're in the 410, man, go check out that musical, MJ the Musical. It was fantastic. Major Keish approved, Big time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So let's talk about let's talk about football. Let's talk about sports. Not just football. Let's talk about sports. I'm gonna give you the alley-oop here. Which one you want to talk about first, man?
Well, I think we'll I think I'll do it this way. We love transitions, and I'm gonna get to a comment. John Champion, always in the chat,
Okay.
says he's in a bar, but they don't have Netflix, so he's not gonna be able to watch the big fight in the bar. But he's in a bar getting his food to go, tuned in and sharing, which we appreciate you sharing out that link, John. But while we got John, talk about John real quick, and it'll get back to where we're gonna go. John himself, I want to give some kudos to. He had a post today or yesterday that he got like an award for an interview he did with a fella talking about a legendary boxer who was it, John Jackson, something like that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
congratulations to John for getting that award himself. But speaking of boxing, we do have a incredible boxing bout coming up tonight.
I just love how you say incredible.
Oh, I was talking about the women's rematch. There's something
Oh
else?
God. um,
Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano for the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, and the ring lightweight titles. I think that's definitely to bring in the pure boxing fans.
yeah. Uh, man. Okay. So all of this is on Netflix tonight, correct?
Yeah, there's some undercard prelim matches going on right now, and then the main card starts at 8, 6 bouts, and then the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul.
Yeah, this is gonna be our first WTF moment of the fall. Uh, you know, I gotta be honest with you, man. I thought this was a joke for the longest time. I I am like baffled, seriously baffled. And there has been some weird things transpiring over the past 2 weeks, but I am baffled by this whole entire event. Do you know how this came about? I know you kind of you keep in touch with like fighters and the different things that be going on. Like, how did this even come about? I know that Jake Paul, he had been fighting like some former pro athletes here and there. Um,
Yeah.
he, what was it? Like the Nate Robinson was one of them, and he's achieved. I'm just looking at the thread. He's got it funny. Okay. Um, he's gotten some notoriety and been able to just enjoy some success behind these fights. But how did it come about that Jake Paul is stepping in the ring with 58-year-old, Mike Tyson? And if any of my peeps, my VIPs on the thread, if y'all got any information that y'all can help me out with as well, please put it on the feed. But Mark, do you know how this came about?
The specifics behind it I do not know, but I'm gonna philosophize and theorize right now.
Yeah.
The Paul brothers growing up, they were always athletic. They did like high school sports and stuff, and
Yeah.
their parents had them in sports all through since a young age. So, they are athletes. We'll give them that. Jake Paul did have aspirations, I guess, to be a boxer, and he does have respect for the game, which kudos to him. Now, when he does these amateur fights, as you pointed out, it's against athletes. It's not necessarily against boxers.
Right.
He's fought a lot of MMA guys. He fought an NBA guy. I forget who right now. But whenever you see an MMA fighter try to do a boxing match, it never comes off well because it's not just fighting,
Yeah.
And I think what really maybe the impetus for Jake Paul to do it was, his brother had a match with Money Mayweather, and Jake's one loss in his amateur boxing record is against Tommy Fury, another fantastic heavyweight who is past his prime.
Right.
Mike Tyson's a little bit more past his prime than when he fought Tommy Fury, so I think he wants to say, I have a win over a boxer like my brother does.
Man, apparently there's been some workout videos that Tyson has put out there, and he's been getting a lot of burn, a lot of hype. People think that he still has something left in the tank. But what I want to ask everybody out there that's listening, did we not forget that and let's just talk about the year 2000, okay? For like the past 2 decades, Mike Tyson has been chilling, smoking weed, making appearances, and he's 58 years old. Okay? If there is anybody out there on the feed that thinks Tyson has a chance in hell, please, let's talk about it, because I am just not seeing. I am not seeing. The math ain't mathing. Okay? Like, when you add all of those variables that I just listed out for you guys, how does that equal victory?
I tell you what.
Come on with it, baby.
It's going to be 8 rounds, not 12. It's going to be 2-minute rounds, not the normal 3.
Oh God.
I think those work in Tyson's favor a whole lot, since he's not going to have 3 minutes of fighting and then a minute of rest. 2 minutes of fighting, that's a little bit more manageable.
Now that is.
One change that might be a little bit more towards Jake Paul's favor is the gloves are 14 ounces instead of like the normal 10, 12. So that extra padding might cushion Tyson's powerful punch. I don't care how old Mike Tyson is. I remember a video a few years ago. There was a dude, like, I don't know if it was a TV host or YouTuber or whoever, had Mike Tyson punch him, and the dude, like, shriveled up and cried. And then Mike Tyson still packs a punch. So,
oh, hell yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you. I saw that video of Tyson stand up there with his animal print drawers on, and he smacked the shit out of Paul. And my one takeaway from that whole thing was that, damn, one thing I can say is that Mike Tyson has not left the gym. He's still pumping that iron.
Oh, yeah.
Because he still looked like a specimen out there, 58 years old. I'm just wondering about stamina at this point. And we got a couple of comments on the feed. Let me go ahead. We got Tyson needs some money to do a project, and Jake Paul was looking for legitimacy.
Right.
Yeah, and there's no better way to get that legitimacy by fighting a 58-year-old fucking man. I don't care who he is. Gosh, it's insane. I mean, this is just crazy to me. But it's getting all the hype. We have another comment. It's rigged in Jack Paul's favor. What do you feel about that? What do you think?
People are saying that already, and it is Jake Paul's promotional group that's putting down this fight. But
hold on, before you continue, can I just throw something in there really quickly?
Yeah.
Jake Paul, last time I checked, was minus 270 on the money line. So I just want to put that out there. Go ahead, continue, Mark. Sorry about that, bud.
A lot of people have been saying that it's rigged already. I think maybe that's people that want Tyson to win, but maybe feel that Jake Paul might actually win. You mentioned the money line, and I did want to bring up that FanDuel is taking bets on the match.
My man.
And some of these featured specials are pretty interesting, let me tell you. And
yeah,
could get you some money. And I think this is plausibly maybe the best one to go with if you were to say, let me put something down. A knockdown in each round, or in each. Let me start over. A knockdown in each of round 3 and 6. So either fighter, doesn't matter who, but someone goes down.
Yeah, in both matches, and you hit that?
In both rounds 3 and 6.
And what's the money line on that? Plus what? Like 600-700?
Plus 4,000.
4,000?
So a $1 bet.
Oh, I'll put $1 on that.
That'll make it $40 right there, right?
Yes, right.
Actually,
for $5, hell. I think that's a. Hey, man,
I put $1 on that right now as we were talking.
Good job, Mark. Good freaking job, my man. Good sir. I love it. Okay, how about that? First easy money pick of the night.
Oh, I'm not gonna say easy money.
Oh, okay, I like it. Forget it.
But yeah.
For shits and giggles, fam. Go ahead, put $1. Put up the $5. I will say, put up the $5. Don't unless you're a big money baller, which neither one of us are, go out, go over the $5. But for shits and giggles, let's all put it out there, fam. See what happens. Now, like Mark said, this could be either boxer. So one could go down in the third, other one go down to 6. Both could go. I mean, those possibilities are there. But I like it.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I like it a lot.
Let's see. Jake Paul to win and both fighters to be knocked down. That's only a plus 500.
Really?
Yeah. A knockdown in rounds 1 and 8. That's plus 4,200. So that's a little bit harder.
Oh boy, we got we turning up on the comments here. You got time to read a couple more if you don't mind?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I think lots of people want to see a mean Trump supporter get smacked. At least I do. Don't let us down, Mike. If he loses this, it will be like Superman gave up. Need you to be a beast, Mike, and represent the cats who didn't talk. They just punched out a jerk. They just punched a jerk out.
Nice.
All right, like it. Hit him so hard he poops or starts crying and quits. Paul has never fought anyone this strong or this twisted and angry. Hoping for the old Mike, bite his ear. Just be brutal. Now, I did see one of the, I guess, like press conferences or whatever.
Yeah.
And, Paul made a joke about having the earring cover or spiked diamond earring or some stuff like that.
Yeah.
To protect his ear in case Iron Mike gets a little hungry out there.
I saw someone saying, like, don't stop at the ear, just keep going.
Holy crap. Jesus, people. Gosh. We are the mob, I'm telling you.
A friend of mine had the best sentiment ever, I think. It's something we all can agree with. Regardless of the outcome,
Yeah.
Jake Paul's getting hit in the face.
Yeah, good one. And regardless of the outcome also, hey, Netflix knows how to make that money, baby, because this is just all the frenzy on the social medias right now, interwebs, everything. It's the talk of the town, so there'll be a lot of people tuning in. There are a lot of fight parties, quote unquote fight parties, going down in Baltimore tonight, and I'll watch. I just can't get past the fact that this really is happening. This is a real thing. Insane. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's take it out of the boxing ring and let's take it on to the football field. We got oh man, they're really cracking up on this on the feed tonight. Ravens got a big game this weekend, right, bub? We got a big game. We have it seems like the old Ravens-Steelers rivalry has been renewed this season, right?
Yeah.
Behold, the Steelers have made it to the top of the AFC North again. We are no longer worried about Cincinnati. We've never been worried about Cleveland. And here we are. We got 7-2 Steelers at home against the 7-3 Ravens. God be good. Russell Wilson is back, and I called on all my prayer warriors, even though he's wearing the wrong uniform. I just felt like that guy got such a raw deal the past couple of seasons. I called on all my prayer warriors. I wanted this thing to work out for him, and it has.
With the wrong team, though.
With the wrong freaking team. But that's all right. We're going to tune that ass up on Sunday. And we are. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good about this. Poor Justin Fields. It doesn't look like he'll be getting back anytime soon unless something terrible happens to Russell Wilson. But, yeah, man, we've got two hot quarterbacks right now. We all know that Russell Wilson isn't Lamar Jackson, but he's getting the job done.
Yeah.
Okay? They've only had one loss at home. Okay, out of 4 games.
Okay.
So they know how to protect their house, their field, and man, I mean, how excited are you for this weekend? Sunday, 1:00, CBS.
Why this wasn't flexed is beyond me. It's definitely the game of
I
the.
thought it would be at least taken to like 4:00, to one of the 4:00 games or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was expecting that. I mean, Christ, the Jets. I feel like the Jets have got the most primetime games out of anybody, and they are absolutely horrible.
Oh, right.
Isn't that crazy?
What was that last loss they took?
Jesus freaking! I'm telling you. But yeah, I was with you, man. I thought they was gonna flex this game as well. It would have made sense to. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what do they have to do? To give 2-3 weeks notice on a flex? And yeah, I mean, Steelers are doing great. So why wouldn't they flex this game?
They knew we were headed on this crash course. They knew we were headed full speed. But yeah. So 1:00, we'll all be getting up. We're all hyped here with the flock and everything. What are you looking for in this game against the Steelers, Mark?
Well, we all know our defense is kind of the weak link right now, which is hard to say, hard to imagine with this team. But the cornerback that we got in the trade right at the deadline, he'll have time to more ingest the playbook and get with the team. So hopefully we'll see an impact out of him. And also, I need our offensive line. I mean, I don't want violence, but someone needs to like break T.J. Watt's legs or something because he's always been
for him, right?
He's always been a trouble for Lamar. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming. Okay. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna be looking at, and it's been a focal point all season. It's no secret. We talk about defense all the time. I am looking for them to set the tone early. Man, I need these guys to dig deep. I don't know where the hell they're going to get it from, but to get their mind right, burn some sage or something, man, I don't know. But what we cannot do is allow the Steelers to establish an offensive rhythm early.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to tell you something that I saw between that, Steelers Washington game. What was that, last week? It was last week, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I saw offense that come from behind and win under dire conditions.
Yep.
Okay? And it was a hellified win for them. They are on a serious high right now, so it is going to be the onus is going to be on us to get out there and smack them in the mouth. I'm talking, I want a sack on the first possession, man. I'm serious. We cannot allow them to get into that rhythm early.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, we don't have the type of defense that can sustain that type of game any damn way. I mean, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking for. We know that Lamar and Derrick Henry are going to do what they're going to do. And I'm going to take it a step further and say whether that offensive line wants to act like they know how to play or not. Now, the difference between that is if it'll be easier on the offense or more difficult. But I do believe that they know how to get the job done in whatever conditions at this point.
Yeah.
We have the type of offense where we just, and this is really beneficial to Lamar and Derrick Henry, we don't necessarily have to rely on one person every game, and it shows in the stats. We have a different star every game. The only one consistent outside of Lamar has been Derrick Henry because he has been consistently getting those rushing yards. But when it comes to that passing game, man, we can put it up to any damn body, right?
Yep.
Yep. So I am calling on my prayer warriors. I am begging Zach Orr in this defense, man. That secondary. Because guess what? Russell Wilson is probably going to test them super early.
Yeah.
And I would if I was the Steelers. I would. Right off the top.
Definitely.
So when that dude drops back to and this is going to be the first series. We're going to see it. When he drops back to throw that 20, 30-yard bomb, I need somebody to get to that ass and take it down, baby. That's what I need to see. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned the that game against the Commanders because
Yeah.
so far this season we've been kind of okay with running up the score and not just letting up and taking it easy, and they've got to do that this game. If they have a chance to score, they've got to take it because if they allow any room, Pittsburgh's going to be right back in it.
Oh yeah, and exploiting because I think we're a little weaker on the passing defense than we are with the run game, and you just don't want Russell to start picking people apart.
Yeah.
And he can do that because that's basically what he did with that Washington game.
Yeah, man.
And it was just like looking at Super Bowl Russell, was it not? I mean, it was just, we hate the Steelers with a passion, but for the man, God, it was great to see. So, I can be honest about that.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still dubious because I can't. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm dubious, but I mean it's half a season, and Justin Fields did have a few great games there when he wasn't available. But man, I don't want these Steelers to beat us or go to the playoffs. So Russell, get back to Broncos form, damn it.
Right. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these comments. If Harbaugh doesn't pull a Harbaugh and runs the ball, we will win.
Yeah.
Use three-headed monster and the tight ends to pick up on PQ. That's from the professor. I like your thought process on that, bro. But we'll see. Set the tone on that first possession on both sides of the ball, man. That's going to be important now more than ever because this is a big rivalry game. We saw what happened in Cleveland when we bullshitted around.
Yeah.
I mean, we just not saying that we would ever take the Steelers lightly or this Steelers team lightly because there's no way, but just saying how important it is to make that statement off the top.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the money. We got Ravens -3. And what is this over under? Over under 48.5. Whew, that's a lot of points. What do you think? Money up on this? We telling them are we doing the easy money pick for this? Money line's -170. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this right now. I like Ravens money line -7, and if you're feeling dangerous, go ahead, take them on the 3 points. Because I feel like it's time for the Steelers to get punched in the mouth. Honestly, just like I picked the Steelers against Washington without batting an eye because it was time for Washington to get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I mean, they did it in epic fashion too. But Steelers on a 4-game win streak. On these 4 games, let's just talk about who their opponents were. We had Las Vegas. What? We had New York Jets. Man, please. We had the New York Giants. Oh, so you had back-to-back booty house in New York. Oh, great. And then you had somebody respectable with Washington. But as we showed those Washington Commanders, Ravens are built different. Okay? So, I'm liking the money line and I'm liking the spread. I'm feeling it. I feel like it's time for them to get punched in the mouth, and the Ravens are just the team to do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling over on those points too.
Are you really? And that's funny because the odds are kind of moving in the direction of the over. It makes sense. We love giving up points, especially in the secondary.
And we like scoring points recently, so that's good.
Yeah. Yep. We got to take the Ravens in the over. Thanks, Professor. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do those 2 easy money picks. We're going to lock and load them.
Yep.
All right. Let's just do money line. Ravens money line minus 170. And what did I say that the over under was? 48.5?
48.5, yeah.
All right. There you go. Book it. Book it, baby. Okay. Yeah. You got any other booty huff picks or WTF picks for last week with football?
Not with football, no.
Oh, you got something else?
The basketball, something that actually just read about a little while ago.
Sure, good.
Hey, tell me if this doesn't sound new to you. The NBA's talking about messing with the All-Star game again.
Oh, for crying out loud. To do what?
A tournament-style format.
Oh, my goodness.
It'd be 3
Literally just put the phone down. Are you serious?
3 All-Star teams with 8 players each.
What is that? Oh, my.
And the winner of the Rising Stars game.
Are they doing that this year?
2025 All-Star game, so yeah.
Get the... I don't know. Hey, they've got bigger people out there making these decisions. And you know what? I balked at the idea of the in-season tournament. That was a huge success. But I don't know. The only thing that I can tell them that... you know what this is in response to? That completely crappy All-Star game last year. Okay, that was just like one of the worst sporting events I'd ever watched in my life. You want to make the NBA All-Star game better? Get the WNBA involved. I know there's some guys out there that ain't gonna like that, but hey, I call it like I see them, baby. I call it like I see it.
What do you mean, like co-ed teams or men versus women?
Co-ed teams would be great, but in all honesty, you have got to figure out a way for these guys to play basketball on defense.
Yeah.
You've got to figure out a way. How about this? Let's take the average. Let's take the league average for points. Okay? And you set that bar. First team that gets to those points wins the game.
Oh, damn.
How you like that? Ooh, maybe I am built for this shit. Oh, what do you think?
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Because that's the biggest problem right now with the All-Star game. We were watching people walk up and down the court, and now we're not even getting the dunks like that because everybody wants to jack up a three-pointer, which is absolutely insane. And, the only time that you're going to get a damn dunk is watching the dunk contest during All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
So you got to make these guys play defense. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to see another damn tournament in the NBA season. I'm serious. I mean, give me a break. I mean, usually they make pretty good moves. I'm totally against that. And if that's what it's going to be, I'm not even going to waste my time. I will just watch the Saturday festivities, and that'll be it.
It brings all kinds of other questions too, because if they're going to do 3 All-Star teams and the Rising Star team, and then so those teams would play in semifinals, and then the 2 winners would play in the finals. So what does that mean for the festivities, like the 3-point competition, the slam dunk?
Right.
Maybe those would go on earlier in the day, and then the games take place at night. I mean, you still got to have the Rising Stars game anyway. Do they play twice in a day?
That's so stupid.
Or maybe they'll extend the All-Star break. Who knows?
Unbelievable. I don't like that. Way to kill the show, NBA. But, we're talking about basketball. We're talking about the NBA. The in-season tournament is underway. Started, let's say Friday. Started on Wednesday.
Yeah.
With the first couple of games. It was a huge success last season with the Los Angeles Lakers to win. And if I do remember correctly, everybody was in a hoopla at this point in the season. Oh, the Lakers won. The Lakers are going to go all the way. What happened? Lakers got shit stomped out of for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
It's really too early to talk about who's going to win, and the reason why I say that is because the NBA found a way to motivate these guys to play it early on in the season.
Yep.
Right? We're gonna give everybody $500,000, and when these tournament games go down, you have crazy things happening because people are playing. People are motivated. What do I mean by this when I say this? Let's go back to Wednesday. All right? Let's go back to Wednesday, Mark.
Okay.
All right? We had some pretty competitive games. The Wizards and Spurs played. That was 139 to 130. I don't know if that was just no defense whatsoever, or hella threes. I don't know, but that looked like a pretty competitive game. We had the Grizzlies minus Ja Morant taking on the Lakers. That game was 5-point win margin. Pacers Magic 4-point win margin.
Yep.
Bulls Knicks 1-point win margin. Cavaliers pulled it. That was a little bit greater. It was 8 points, but most of these games are like 10 points or less.
Yeah.
Okay, we had the Trailblazers, who are horrible, beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they won by 8 points. The Kings, which hadn't been performing as well as the Suns, beat the brakes off of the Suns, even though they were minus KD as well. But still, I mean, we are talking about the spirit of competition here. So, I don't think we should really talk about a winner until maybe the next 2 weeks, Mark.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's take a look at the different matchups and how people are showing up during this competition. Jeez, the Bucks have been playing like crap, yeah, but even the Pistons took them to overtime in their games.
Yep.
I mean, it was just a great first round of games, and tonight we were back in action. And that was one of the funky things that you got to realize about the NBA in-season tournament. These games are not playing consecutively. And when I say consecutively, I mean in consecutive days.
Yeah.
They started the tournament on Wednesday. We got back to regular season play on Thursday. They're back in the tournament tonight. Okay? But what I do want to mention, though, Mark, because we talked about this probably 2 weeks ago, those Cleveland Cavaliers, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's safe to say that they are the real deal.
Definitely.
13-0, taking on the Chicago Bulls. I'm fully expecting them to win that game as well because the Bulls have been not good. So they are officially the real deal.
Yep.
And officially the best team in the NBA. You got to say it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some West Coast teams out there that are thinking, hey, and there's a Boston Celtics team that are thinking, don't forget us. But, man, until they lose, they are the best team in the NBA in my book. Hands down.
Yeah, you just hope they can stay healthy because you don't want them, like we said, real deal. But
Yeah.
you don't want to see them, like, come April, suddenly get some injuries and really tank their playoff
Yeah.
run.
And if we think about last season, and we saw how a lot of teams limped into them playoffs, man.
Yeah.
And how some people got lost in first round of the playoffs. So, that staying healthy, that is, I definitely agree with you on that. That's very important. They're probably at the forefront of a lot of teams right now.
Yeah. Now, with the in-season tournament, did you see the new gear that they have for it, the new ball?
Yeah, apparently, I think, they mentioned it on Wednesday. And I know that there's a new design on there. It has like a tournament bracket or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah, like the tournament logos engraved on the ball and stuff too. Yeah.
Super cool. Super cool. We have those eye-damaging hardwood courts back in action. What game did I watch? And I was just like, this is the... It was, I think it was the Philly-New York game that had that god-awful blue on the court.
Yeah, I think
so. No, I'm sorry. Philly Cavs.
Okay.
But yeah, god-awful blue court. Everybody will be, killing retinas and... blurring vision every time they play these tournament games, but they're back as well. I don't know if there's anybody out there that likes that. I don't know why they brought that back. Yeah.
Well, with these balls having the tournament logo and everything on there, it makes me wonder because, sports have been a monetary thing for a long time now.
Yeah.
How soon until we see those official NBA in-season tournament balls appearing at your Walmart for sale? And then
yeah. I wonder if it's even on Amazon or something.
Yeah, and then it makes me think, we'll probably see patches or whatever on the players' uniforms for the tournament games, so they can start selling those jerseys too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just googled it. I don't see it anywhere, but you gotta think that they'll be rolling that out soon, right?
Yeah, maybe after the tournament's done, so they can have the winner's name on it.
Yeah, and wow, I did not know. I mean, I haven't bought a basketball in a long time, but this Wilson NBA official game ball.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess at how much that is? This is from Amazon.
$34.99.
That's what I would think too. I'm looking at a $200 basketball.
What?
Right. And then there's another NBA official game ball. This is from Sports Vault. $249.99.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Look,
Wilson, NBA Finals official game basketball, $224. Wow, man, I had no idea.
Get yourself on Amazon the official Wilson NCAA Final Four, because that ball is only $21.06.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's nuts. Let me take a look at our menu here. I think we've kind of hit everything on the menu. Is there anything going down on Real On Wrestling? I mean, we did talk about the boxing match tonight, but for our wrestling fans, you got anything interesting to put out there?
It's Thanksgiving coming up.
Yep.
Survivor Series is always the big thing for WWE then. It'll be happening November 30th this year, a couple days after Thanksgiving. And Bloodline versus Bloodline, Roman and the OG Bloodline versus Solo and his new Bloodline. That's literally a story that's years in the making. So, been pretty good stuff. Just keep it on, keep it on. Loving it.
All right. All right, man. Any other announcements that you wanted to make or anything before we sign off for the evening?
Nothing I can think of.
Let me take a look at the feed here. Fresh, it says you can get a replica game ball for $40.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody here. That sounds like our budget.
Right.
All right, guys. Women's college basketball is back. Yes, we will definitely over the next let's say 2 weeks mark, we will give college sports some love.
Yeah.
All right. So,
the professor did put in the chat earlier, Sunday, the WNBA draft lottery.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yep.
That'll be fun. So, okay. Well, how about this? We'll focus on women's hoops and women's college hoops next week. How about that?
Okay.
Or how about we do a half and half? We'll do that, and then we'll do college football, because I feel like we need to start talking about that now as well.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so there you have it, outsiders. So get ready for some college jams next week. And you know how we end this show, yo. Baltimore spread love all day. The holiday season is upon us. We are going to be doing large gatherings around the family and whatnot. Keep clean. Be safe. You know, all the things that we talk about every week here on this show. I'm Keisha. And on the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Peace.